UNESCO recognized the festive cycle around the devotion and worship of San Juan Bautista in Venezuela as intangible cultural heritage of humanity, sparking celebrations among followers of the tradition. Our correspondent Leonel Ratamal has the story.
As soon as the news came out, the drumming, shouting, crying, and thanking was everywhere. They are San Juaneros, devotees of San Juan Bautista, a Catholic saint whose path of popular devotion, including music and rites, has been inscribed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. The joy and satisfaction burst out after the recognition of a tradition deeply rooted in the Venezuelan people. We learned since we were little where the elderly played. We approach the cultural events at school next to the May Cross. That is the most important thing.
We believe in San Juan, in his teaching. That is why our happiness is so great. We want all Venezuela to know what we do. Our devotion and worship and his recognition is one of more steps to show the world that Venezuela is very big and very cultivated, very rich in its culture, and that we are all brothers and sisters when it comes to these things.
The cult of San Juan Bautista is more than 300 years old, in which the culture and traditions of the Catholic Church and the Afro-descendant traditions are united, a syncretism that is lived with affection and devotion all over Venezuela and in its most remote places. It is about what the people celebrate in the streets, at homes, in the churches. It is not the academic culture, nor the culture of the entertainment, but it comes from the roots of the deepest part of identity.
From the conucos, the states, the towns, the cities, the coasts, the rivers, we have carried this tradition in our hearts, in our souls, and we have developed it with the children in the schools, in the university, in the pedagogical schools. We have to recognize all those roots. That is why we are here, the indigenous people, the Afro-descendants, because without them, we would not be here.
There is much enthusiasm after finishing a research and data compilation work that took 14 years to achieve international recognition. This is the 8th cultural expression that Venezuela has inscribed in UNESCO. It's truly an acknowledgement to our cultures, to our ancestors, and we are convinced that it is a good omen for the following year, where prosperity, food, health, and harmony will abound. San Juan represents that abundance, fertile land, the encounter between people. The celebration route will extend at least until June 24th, the date on which St. John the Baptist Day is commemorated, a popular festivity that, with its drumming, is deeply rooted in the Venezuelan people.
Leonel Ratamal y José Rondón, teleSUR, Caracas, Venezuela.